life sentence for having 2 grams of cocaine. After 21 years, he got out of prison after the DA's office started looking into the harsh punishment. Now, after struggling to find work, he's got the job offer of a lifetime.
And if you simply call that number, Mr. Perry says that you can start to work on Monday here at Tyler Perry.
A few years ago, Darrell Hall says he never could have fathomed that he would get a chance like this.
And his life started to turn around after the Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard formed a new convictions integrity unit to review cases where the sentence did not match the crime. Mr. Hall's case was one of them, and after he was freed, they connected him with Tyler Perry for the possibility of a job.
Hall sat down exclusively with our Caitlin Ross today to speak about his plans for the future.
When I talked to Darrell, he kept checking his phone. He says he can't break the habit after applying for so many jobs. People would tell him, "I'll get back to you, I'll send you an email," but they never would. Even though he kept getting rejected, he told me he never gave up hope.
I'm gonna come prepared like I'm ready to work.
Darrell Hall plans to wear his work boots to his interview Monday. He wants to show them he's ready to work.
You want to say, can I start now? I can start.
He has no idea what job they're considering him for at Tyler Perry's studios yet, but he's ready for anything.
Anything. I gotta have a lot of skills.
He took a number of classes in prison and even worked as a chef. He did the best he could with that one.
In prison? I ain't never seen a good meal in prison.
He did learn how to make a sweet potato pie from scratch in prison, though his family usually takes over cooking duties now that he's moved back in with them.
I always miss my family.
He says being away from his family was the hardest part of his 21 years in prison, and that he kept on the straight and narrow when he was locked up because he wanted to make them proud.
I always kept myself upright and real. I ain't try to fit in with nobody.
It was hard, but he says he kept a positive attitude through prayer.
Always keep your head up. Always look forward. Everybody's not out to get you. Don't ever think that everybody out to get you.
He says Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard is the best example.
It seems like there'll be people that are against you. Thank you, but they were for me.
The Criminal Convictions Integrity Unit looked into Hall's case and got him out of prison. DA Howard said he was ashamed of the life sentence a judge handed down to Hall in the 90s for possessing 2 grams of cocaine. But Darrell says he doesn't hold a grudge against anyone for his time away. He just wants to move forward and make a difference in the world.
It just ain't about lip service, it's about action.
His interview is at Tyler Perry Studios Monday morning, and he told me he'll let me know how it goes as soon as he gets out.
Well, Hall was sentenced during the 1990s, which was the height of the 3 strikes and then you're in jail policy. His story made us wonder how Georgia compares to other states when it comes to drug sentencing. According to the American Addiction Centers, Georgia is among the top 11 states when it comes down to handing down sentences for cocaine. On average, people get more than 8 years in jail for cocaine offenses. Compare that to a study from the Bureau of Justice in '04, which shows the average sentence nationwide for drug possession was about 3 years.
It's also worth noting that this is not the first time that we have reported on Tyler Perry's good deeds for our fellow Georgians. Back in November, he helped bring a couple stranded in Mexico back home to Atlanta. You might remember this one. Stephen Johnson became seriously ill while on a cruise with his girlfriend. He recovered, but the hospital in Mexico wouldn't allow the couple to leave until they'd paid a $16,000 bill. Perry saw their plea for help on Facebook and not only paid their entire bill, but also bought their plane tickets home.
I thank God for you.
And in 2018, Perry brought a new home for Betty Ann Pace, the mother of his friend gospel singer LaShawn Pace. Betty Ann had been given a dire health prognosis, and her dying wish was to become a first-time homeowner, a dream Perry turned into a reality. You can read much more about Tyler Perry and his impact on the community right now on 11alive.com.